Civilization 5 is a turn-based strategy game where you take control of an empire as one of its greatest rulers and lead them to world domination, whether that be through scientific discovery, cultural impact, or bloodthirsty warmongering. But thanks to the power of modding, the Civ 5 player base has created hundreds of modded civs in the Steam workshop, from historical leaders to anime girls. And one such modder, PHXHRC, that's a hell of a name, created a Mr. Krabs mod in the great year of 2014. I'm gonna play as this modded Mr. Krabs civ today and duke it out with some other wacky characters from the Steam workshop with one goal in mind: dominate the world with our Krabby empire, somehow. Now this game started off with a bang, is what I'd like to say, but it was pretty normal, admittedly, which is lucky considering I filled this game with over 20 civs, more than double what the map is supposed to fit, and had a relatively peaceful start. Well, peaceful until this guy showed up. I'm pretty sure he's broken too. Oh, it's because I put like 4 random ones in here. We got Anime Gilgamesh in here. We gotta kill that guy. Yeah, so Anime Twink Gilgamesh is in this game, unfortunately. And not only is he in close proximity to my lands, but he also loves going to war with his powerhouse leader ability. This ability allows him to, get this, build every single civ's unique military unit in the entire game. These unique units have advantages to fit their respective civ, but this guy has all of them. He has just an unreal amount of variety to assault us with. So let's see if the Krusty Krab in the newly settled city of Krabs House can weather the storm. Oh, this warrior fucking dead, bro. He got swarmed by like 5 different units. Oh, he's got a great general posted up. Not looking good. Oh, but the barbarians are clutching a little bit. My idea is if I can weaken all these guys, and they're gonna really struggle to hammer away at this city. Especially the barbarians keep assisting in the way that they are assisting, which is unlikely, but they could. Oh, they're going for the barbs. This is a huge distraction. Krabs House is lighting them up too. Krabs House got defense, and we're going down a little bit. Don't get me wrong. Reinforcements are starting to come through. We might be able to hold Krabs House. If we can hold Krabs House, there's a chance we could roll into Gilgamesh's territory and run him out town. A lot of units, but I see a lot of lower health bars as well. He's managing his army terribly, but it could also be because he made like 9 melee units and no ranged units to pepper this city down with. That is the thing about Mr. Krabs too, is that he's been to war before. He was a Navy veteran. Guys got strategic acumen. So I don't think Gilgamesh is gonna be able to take on one of the most advanced and greatest military minds in this lobby. He's just not going to. Are they retreating? Pulling out, huh? We can kill this villager. And just like that, no more crises. Peace treaty. You have to give me a little more than that. You have to give me a little money. Thank God the Civ 5 AI is so fucking stupid. Despite how many damn military units Gilgamesh had, he didn't think to build a single ranged unit. This resulted in most of his military killing themselves on Krabs House, whose militia fought valiantly, thus resulting in a military victory for me. Now, Gilgamesh is still gonna be around for a while, but he might as well be non-existent since he tanked his entire early game economy and production on this war. With Gilgamesh at bay, it's back to expansion time. 2 new cities, SpongeBob's house and Squidward's house, have been added to the empire, and our unique worker, the Fry Cook, has been working overtime to industrialize them with his 1 extra tile of movement and his 25% quicker working speed. This helped me catch back up after the Gilgamesh-Krabian War, and with our civilization's advent of shallow water sailing, I sent a little boat out on a quest to find the other 20 civs, and it came across a few of them. It's the Heavy from Team Fortress! What's he doing over here? The city of Manco looks fucking stacked, by the way. Finally some fun entered the building, huh? Oh, it's William of the Netherlands of Orange! A guy, finally. The continent beneath us houses William of the Netherlands, a pretty normal guy, and the TF2 Heavy, a not so normal guy. You're gonna want to keep an eye on William especially. He's got some great cities. Oh, hey, look, it's Polynesia, who has even greater cities and keeps gobbling up wonders like their buy one, get one breakfast burritos at McDonald's. Now, these guys may be a bit ahead of me for now, but after researching commerce, we finally have access to the most broken part of Mr. Krabs' kit, Krusty Krab branches. These Krusty Krabs replace the market, keeping its usual bonuses, on top of giving us a free unique luxury in the Krabby Patty, with each respective Krusty Krab giving us another one. This means we can have 1 free luxury resource per city, giving us 4 total Krabby Patty resources currently, meaning we can trade 3 of these patties away to our newly met neighbors for exorbitant prices. And thus, the Krusty Krab economy is set into motion. A strong natural economy is great, true, but in Civ 5 it can't win you games on its own. There's no textbook economic victory, so here's my non-perfect strategy to leverage this powerhouse economy into winning the game. In Civ 5, there's a type of pseudo-civilization known as city-states who provide you not only nice little bonuses for allying with them, but also grant you a vote in the World Congress if you're their #1 ally. The World Congress is the key to winning a diplomatic victory, and you need a large majority of available votes to crown yourself as the world leader, thus winning the game through diplomacy. However, since I put the maximum number of possible civs into this lobby, diplomatic victory is gonna be tough since I need to outvote them all in the World Congress, so I have a backup plan. Science. You need it anyways, and science victories synergize well with the optimal way to play Civ 5, which is a low amount of cities with a high population. This is called playing tall. Here are the cultural policies I've spec'd into thus far. far, tradition and patronage have been maxed out entirely, and I plan on dipping a bit into both commerce and rationalism to help with my golden science output. That's my plan for this game, but to make it work, we're gonna have to keep exploring with our dinky little trireme and uncover some new trading partners. The next civ this trireme uncovers is Guy Fieri, leader of Flavortown, who shares a continent with the Netherlands. Well, it's the leader of Flavortown himself. Guy Fieri's in the building. Looking dangerous, probably making, let's face it, competitive eateries to rival mine, and we're not gonna let that stand. But I would like to know where he is, though. For now, I probably am not gonna accept a war with a guy where I don't know where he is or how strong he is, so let's just get an embassy going, maybe track him down. Oh, and he's right by the Netherlands, and the Netherlands look, they're pretty beefy, man. At least if that capital's any indication, so hopefully they'll do the job for us. And a Sumerian spy stole the secrets of how calendars work, which is crazy that they still need that. On a far western continent, we meet Montezuma, everyone's favorite leader to play against. And after purveying the sprawling lands these new guys got, I had a realization. I'm out of super fun, super cool land. Better start a super cool, super fun war to get more of it. My navy isn't big enough to take on a powerhouse like the Netherlands or Polynesia, and the Heavy's currently a paying customer, so he's out. That leaves us with Gilgamesh, the man with some of the worst cities I have ever seen, or this luxurious city-state named Mogadishu with access to horkers. My capital said they'd love the king if we got him some horkers, so this decision is easy to make. After raising up a navy of Galeuses and frigates, along with setting up a border city called Patrick's House, it's time to make our move on Mogadishu. They put up a resilient fight at first with Galeuses and crossbowmen peppering my navy with ranged attacks and even killing one of my pikemen, but thanks to my incredible economy, the amount of ships I could purchase was just too much, and Mogadishu was overwhelmed by my steep pockets. That's the Krabby Navy's first win, with hopefully many more to come. Now, while this war was happening, I met another leader to peddle my wares to, Bowser. Okay, so this is Bowser. I mean, first impression, he called my face stupid, which maybe it's true, but you shouldn't say it to people. Honestly, his capital looks pretty garbage, and he's right next to Montezuma. I think there could be some bad blood brewing between these two. Let's face it, probably dictators. Thanks to the amount of patties I was able to dish out to this sucker, I'm making well over 100 gold per turn, by far the strongest economy in the game up to this point. This obscene amount of gold enables me to do everything just a bit better, like buy buildings and infrastructure for cities to get them off the ground sooner, buy more ships to bolster my navy, and most importantly, woo over every city-state I see with big bags of cash, except for Mogadishu. If I throw enough gold at these provinces, they'll become allies with me, and by proxy, give me delegates, which translate to votes at the World Congress, the key to winning a diplomatic victory. And hey, speaking of, the World Congress is about to have its first session, and every civ in the game has been revealed. Check out all these wacky characters I'm competing against. George Washington in the building. I got a good hunch he's gonna like eating burgers, and his people are gonna like eating burgers, having the grease drip down on their chin on their clothes while they're driving. So I think we're gonna be fast friends. Except if he's mad at the city-state I just declared war on. Let's get an embassy, though, before it finds out. He's somewhere we haven't even been near yet. You want to talk about other side of the world? George Washington, look at the map. And Dr. Neocortex in all of his terrible resolution glory. Another day, another embassy. Where you at, brother? Over by Washington. All right. Oh man, here comes trouble. Trouble's name is Seto Kaiba. We do got some Krabby Patties to give him, but I kind of need to keep these for now for the sake of my happiness, which still is not looking good. And Venice, probably a front runner. But you know the drill, except the embassy. Get out. I forgot how many civs are in this game. Marion's Dagon. I mean, there's a lot of people here.
The name's Hector. How about we spar a bit? What say you?
I'm getting bombarded with names and faces. King Bamam is in here too. There's just so many guys. Minecraft Steve, God, the resolution on this picture is troubling. Wario, I mean, how can you? A lot of aggressive guys, but how can you dislike this stinker? With every civilization discovered, we've been introduced to two particularly scary civs aside from Polynesia and the Netherlands with potential to win it all. The first of these is Marion's Dagon, the owner of 3 total capitals and growing. This guy has been doing damage. Unfortunately for him though, there's over 20 civs in this game, so a domination victory is likely out of the cards for this build rat. The real major threat from the new world is none other than Dr. Neocortex. He's a science-based civ who's been leading the tech race for most of the game, and that's bad news considering science is my backup plan as a victory type. Not to mention I'm also far behind Cortex in literacy, so time to dip into my massive cash reserves to buy some schools and educate those troublemaking kids. There, we're back in the science race now, and man, Polynesia has more votes than me in the World Council. Better change that. Let's buy out every city-state known to man. We can pass the World Fair for now and work a bit towards it, enough to get the silver medal advantages. Once the next World Congress rolls around, I'm still not in charge, but hey, have the most votes, which is somehow not enough to stop the city-state boycott Polynesia wanted, resulting in some of my most lucrative trade routes spiraling down the drain. However, thanks to my rugged sailor charm, I'm able to secure plenty of intercontinental trade routes with other civs, resulting in our fat stacks getting even fatter. All's well that ends well. But as the Second World Congress concludes, a new threat has taken center stage. America. George Washington has not only seized the lead in science, but his military is also the mightiest in the game. He likes spreading freedom around the world. Fortunately though, freedom is the ideology that we chose as well, and with our monstrous amount of delegates, we were able to cement it as the world ideology, granting us 2 more delegates. Our science is absolutely booming, by the way, with our empire raking in well over 1,000 science per turn, soaring us up the tech tree. However, it's not just our science seeing massive gains. Kaiba, Washington, Cortex, and the Netherlands have all researched the Manhattan Project, granting them the ability to build nuclear warheads. Not to mention both the Netherlands and Kaiba decided to denounce me, so we could be the target of some tactical nukes before we reach either of our desired victory types. With the first World Emperor Election Council at hand, I came face to face with cold, hard reality. This has to be a clean sweep of a diplomatic victory. The only way for me to get enough delegates to seal this game is to make sure every single city-state has me as their ally. My pockets are deep, sure, but I don't know if they're deep enough for that. Fortunately, we have 11 turns to prepare for the next election cycle, but this is a double-edged sword. Kaiba and Washington have both taken steps towards a science victory by building spaceship parts. If they're able to build all of their remaining parts within the next 11 turns, they'll beat Bikini Bottom to the punch. As we enter the home stretch, it's a race against the clock. Every turn, my anxiety grows a bit more. I've spent thousands upon thousands of dollars to keep these city-states happy, and before I know it, the final turn before the world's next meeting rolls around. Will I be able to keep all of these city-states for the next turn, or will I lose my grasp over them through rigged city-state elections or decaying influence? Will Washington launch a rocket into space in the same turn? Will I have enough delegates to make this game mine? The answer is hell fucking yes. With 48 total delegates, I'm able to win this game via diplomatic victory, outvoting 19 other remaining civs. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. This is an experimental upload for me, so if you want to see more like it, do me a solid and give it a like, or better yet, watch this video here in a similar style. Watching more of my videos appeases the algorithm way more than a like or sub. And as always, see you guys next time.